everyone, it's Ghxst here, and welcome back to some more Phoenix, Wright, Just Attorney, Justice for All. This is part 22. If you guys remember where we left off, we know that Ngarde is innocent, right? We just can't prove it. We know he's innocent because he didn't lie to us. We tried the psyche lock method on him. No locks came up, so we can trust what he's saying is true, right? But right now, we need to figure out who really did it, right? Because I think we talked about this last episode. Maya got kidnapped, and we're on a bit of a time crunch. So I think this trial is going to be like a matter of like not wasting time, and every move kind of like counts. And we're on a bunch of side quests right now. Apparently, Wendy Oldbag wants a autograph something from Juan, but he's dead, so that's gonna be hard to find. Lada lost her camera, so we gotta find that too. That could hold evidence. And yeah, and we also met Ngarde's manager. So, and there's gossip on her too, which we're gonna touch on later, or as we get into this video. But that's pretty much where we are. Right now, we're just gonna continue these side quests. If you guys have seen and want more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay, so last episode we ended off talking to Powers about this gossip that we got about what's her name? About what was her name? Adrian? Yeah. Adrian Andrews. Let's read it. Yeah. I'm kind of in the way, but let's see. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. A superstar in an ultra hot mega secret love scandal. Reliable sources say that Juan Corrida has been getting in close with a mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA, which is Adrian Andrews. So now we're gonna move over and talk to her about what she knows about this. She was in whose room? She was in Garde's room. All right, I ain't gonna lie, she's beautiful. I don't blame her for talking to dude. Let's show her this. I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me things that have no relevance to me. Wow, this is the first time I've been shut down this badly. This has everything to do with her right now. What is she talking about? I wonder if, hold on. I wonder if, this counts towards, talking to Oldbag. Probably not, but... Actually, you know what? Where's, Gumshoe? Is he still around? He should be in, Corrida's room. Let's see if he knows about this. Oh, so you saw that article too? Yeah, but I'm not really interested in that sort of thing. Actually, we've been looking into that, pal. Those secret meetings, I mean. What in the world? What is this world coming to when even the cops are amateur gossip collectors? Hey, why are you looking at me like that, pal? Whatever you're thinking, you're wrong. Look, when we find out more from our investigation, I'll let you know, okay? Okay, so he doesn't know much about this either. Let's see. Actually, will Wendy Oldbag be interested in this? We got this from Powers, so he's not gonna tell us anything. Will she care about this? I don't have anything to say to you, to delinquents like you. Okay. How about I say my measurements? What? Ew. Anyways. Creepy ass lady. Alright. Actually, you know who really care about these gossip things? Lada. Cause she's a journalist. So she gotta know something about this. Do you know anything about... I told you how many times now? I'm a journalist. I got so much info running laps in my head, I forget things here and there. Please don't get so worked up over this. Huh, I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids. That's this gal's motto on learning youngsters. Okay, so she ain't going for things either. All right. I forgot what happens when you. I know she has like psyche locks, but I'm not sure how many she had. I don't remember. She had two. Okay. It's just a bunch of tablet photos. They ain't got nothing to do with the murder. Looks like we have no choice but to remove the psyche locks. Yeah, but I. Oh yeah, let me play the psyche lock game and see what's up. Um. All right. Let's see. Big scoop. Lada, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you I didn't for my scoop. I told you, didn't I, for my scoop? What I want to know about are the details of this scoop. Th- that's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's that there's my bread and butter. All right then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Grr. Could it be that? Hold on. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were uh, looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps, perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan and this person? Okay, so because of the thing, Miss Andrews. Okay, this woman, she's Adrian Andrews, Matt and Garde's manager. Hmm. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? Okay, broke that. You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup, and I think I already have that already. Backup? Yeah, yeah. You gotta have that. That's what. That's what it. Uh, that's what's it. News sauce. You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that would show that one guy had something with Miss Andrews. Okay, I got it right here. Not that, not that. This. Present. There you go. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin' Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous? Or Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. Ah! Mr. Kurita didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Engarde's managers, Miss Adrian Andrews, she has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to make some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were looking around Mr. Kurita's door last night. Whoa! That was easier than I thought. Okay. That's the first time I beat this thing going unscathed. I'm proud of myself for that one. You were looking into Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching them in the secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't nothing. That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna wanna see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's why that's what I was doing, getting photos. So you're just being nosy then. That's fine. You can just come out and say that you're just being nosy. It's okay. Oh, I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know, but the paper I wrote it on, my note to self, is gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case. It was inside the case for my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now, anyways? I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I got no idea why. Hold on. I've got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Okay, it's updated. Okay. A lot of cameras stolen on the night of the murder. Tabloid articles found the tabloid article about the victim was in the case. Okay. Let me go to Old Bag real quick, because I know she had some psyche locks. And she had 4 of these. Jesus Christ. This is gonna be a problem. And of course it's Old Bag that got the most. What you witnessed. Okay. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please, tell us what you saw. But what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at your youngin's expense. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. What she wants is something from Juan, no? She wants something signed from Juan, so I don't have that right now. And if I do, it's not implied at all. She wants something, a present from Juan, or something signed of Juan that belongs to Juan. I forgot what all she said, so I'm gonna see if they bring it up again here. But you haven't given me my present yet. Bring me Juan's autograph. Okay. So I somehow have to find something that has Juan's autograph on it. What if I present him with... What can I present him with that makes him talk? The guitar case... Wait! What if... Hold on. Let me... Alright. Since, Adrian was with, was with Corida, let's see if presenting some stuff to her will make a difference. Photo of the murder. Let's show her the crime photo first. Okay, she doesn't want to talk about that. The guitar case? No. The wine? Nope. Alright. What about a camera? Nope. Nickel Samurai. There's nothing I can really talk to you about then, since you don't want to talk about this. What if I... Okay, so what if I talk to Lotta again about the, thingamajig, the article. Don't you? Okay, I think I did already. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm trying to think of all who's around. What do I even have? No. Found next to the victim, spilled. Wait, what about that picture that I got from Maya? Okay, it doesn't have any autographs on it, so seems like the Nickel Samurai is to confess something about after the post-ceremony stage show. Hotel map, crime photo. Does she know anything about the crime photo? Nope. Hotel map. Something signed by Juan. Alright, I have to go back in his room. Let's see if I can find anything again. Nothing. All these bears. You'd think I'd have something in like his suitcase or something though. Okay, I checked that. This. All this. Nothing stands out. And I think I checked it. I think I checked everything already. Can I talk to Gumshoe about anything? No, not that. I already showed him that. Crime photo, hotel guideline. What about the guitar case? What can you tell me about this guitar case? Oh, that? That's just what I wanted to hear, pal. But that's just the Jammin' Ninja signature item. The guitar case? No, not that. What do you take me as? I mean the guitar inside, of course. But the guitar is missing. Yeah, we looked for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget to bring their most famous item to an award show. It's starting to sound like that red guitar is related to this case after all. Okay, what about this then? So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it. So you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You notice that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Okay, so we're gonna be going up against her again. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute! So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I hear, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. Uh-oh. Is this the receiver or Gumshoe? What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Oh, okay, it's him. For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think about it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I gotta make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ew! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change? You're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat. I didn't think the detectives of this country would be this pitiful. Why? Detective, come over here for a second. That man getting spanked. Oh man, poor Gumshoe, man. Somebody need to call the cops on her, dude. I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared. He just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. This sounds strikingly familiar, don't y'all think? I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours. Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. Ow. What did she throw at me now? What is this? What is that? Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? Oh, so we're going back to Criminal Affairs like we did last game. Alright. And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. Alright, do we have availability to that now? And what did you throw at me? Do I have it? I don't have it. So, okay, let's go back. Let's go to criminal affairs. Actually, I think I knew what she threw at me. It looked like it was in cursive, but I think it said one on it. All right. Not hallway. Um, we gotta go out to the lobby and go to criminal affairs. I ain't seen this place in a minute. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Great. Now even Pearls is calling him Scruffy. Thanks, Franziska. They said something about an investigation briefing earlier, right? Why don't we come back and try again later when they're done? Okay, I guess that's all we can do, right, Mr. Nick? Bro, what did you throw at me? I probably need it for the... Wait a minute, can I go back? Let's go back to detention center to see if anything's changed. Okay, something happened. Ah, the lawyer dude. So what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude. Okay. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. So I went into my nickel samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show? I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Karaita was already dead at the time? Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager. I'm getting to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. This is all stuff I read last time. Why is it making me read it again? He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. Alright. About you and the victim, Mr. Wankarada. Mr. Wankarada was sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you couldn't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try to make a Jammin' Ninja movie, even though we all know it failed. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why did I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you think it'd be the other way around, you know? He has a point. What if I showed him this? What do you think about this article? If you're talking about her thing with Juan, I already thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it? That's it? Really? Okay. Where does this take me? Oh, okay. Crime photo. Yeah, show him the crime photo. See. Okay, I read all. Okay. What about the guitar? Nope. Oh, what about the press conference ticket? Dude, like I told you, I don't know anything about that press conference. I leave that kind of stuff to my manager. This is harder than pulling bass from a river. Okay. Let's see what he knows about why is Von Karma all the way down here? Okay. What do you know about Adrian? That's my manager. Did you meet her? Yeah. What do you think? Strong woman, right? And she takes good care of me. You're such a mama's boy. Okay. Talking to him isn't gonna do much anymore. I don't know what else I can do, to be honest. What did she throw? What did Von Karma throw at me? Will it show me back at the room that we were in? Examine. Oh, it's right here. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? Is that supposed to say one? I can't read that. And if it is, that's some terrible cursive. Actually, where's this? How do you spell his name? Juan? Bro, that's terrible cursive, but okay. It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Karida's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. Yeah, me neither. To my dearest Wendy. Oh, this is the stuff that we need for, Old Bag. Okay. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. Ah, it's a special way of writing called cursive. Cursive is kind of a lost art, unfortunately, so this is kind of outdated. I know this game's like 20 years old, but yeah. Look here. See how it says to my dearest Wendy in more normal letters here? This sloppy, unreadable writing, it's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy, I've heard that name somewhere before. There we go. Now I have... Okay. Is that a watch? Can I pick it up? I can't pick it up. It's just a destroyed room. Alright, let's go to Old Bag. I keep forgetting how to get to places. Move to the lobby. Play the game. Hopefully I have everything that I need to break all these locks. There are really 4 of these. Jesus. Okay. We read this already. I'll give you what you want. Alright. Here's the autograph. That's Juan's autograph! Yes, it is. And it even says to my dearest Wendy on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Well, take it how you will, I guess, because we gotta save people. Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please. I can't let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Okay. Oh, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open up her heart, all for my dearest Juan. That was it! Bro, that was the easiest Psyche Lock game I've ever had. Bro, they made them four Psyche Locks look so scary, bro. I thought I was gonna have to get all types of evidence. All it took was a piece of paper? Man, this game is funny. Okay, we gave her the autograph. What now? Alright, what's up? I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. Him? Wait, you're kidding! Oh no! It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business. And did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Ngarde hadn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I just know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. Engarde even do to her to deserve this? Engarde's past. What did Mr. Engarde do to you to make you so... You don't know? That guy, he framed my wand. What did he do? He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick! What is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about it after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Agent Andrews, of course. Who else? Okay, that explains the newsletter we got. That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager? But why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyways, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And you do have proof that Mr. Engarde did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Of course, a tabloid. Next week? Does that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where does she get it? That is kind of concerning. Alright, where can I move? Hotel, hallway. Let's find Adrian first. And she still doesn't. Actually, let me go back to Oldbag now that we move forward into the game. Maybe what she's talking about. She was talking about he forced his manager onto Juan. If I present her with the thing, maybe she'll talk more? Okay, maybe not. Okay, I thought I was onto something there, but I guess not. What all do I have? Do I still just have the... Yeah, I still got everything. Actually, let me go to the, police precinct or whatever. There you go. Hopefully Gumshoe's okay and didn't get like 40 lashings or something. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. What happened in there? No, hold on. Airtight evidence and testimony is crazy. I don't know if y'all saw that yet, but damn. Anyways. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal. But there are two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this photo. What photo? Oh, this? The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. Okay, where the knife is at. Okay. That's the button you found during your... that's the button that you found during your body search for Mr. Engarde. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai Special Pants. And the second one is... the knife in his chest. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little Missy. It's obvious. They're Matt and Gardes. How? Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean? What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Engarde come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! Interesting. Okay. Let me go back to the detention center. Nothing's really changed. Alright, let's go back to the hotel. See if anything's changed. Hallway. Ryder's room. Hallway. Let's go to Engarde's room. Nothing's changed still. What does she know about Juan? Actually, while I'm here, what does she know about Juan? Did you know the victim, Mr. Corrida? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corrida was killed. I agree. I don't think hold on. Was the Steel Samurai? His face is a bit intimidating, so he's got hard luck in showbiz. Alright. Do you know anything about the security lady, though? Actually, there's no way. Actually, yeah. Let me. Nope. Okay, so you don't know her. Alright. Let me see if, what happens if I talk to, what if I present, Matt to you? Nope. Alright. Let me go back to the precinct and talk to Gumshoe. I had to present him with something. She said the knife and the fingerprints. I can't talk to him about nothing else. Examining here ain't gonna do shit. Nope, I'm trying to present stuff. Crime photo. You look at this photo and you can't help it. It makes you want to say, I can't believe this is the scene of the murder. Stabbed with a knife after a struggle. A clue is sleeping in this photo somewhere. I know it. Okay. What about this article? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. I missed a few things. I missed a line. I thought I was gonna say the same shit when he was in Karida's room. A woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impacts. And she was Juan Karida's manager. Oh shit. The victim's manager. But that's not all, pal. Miss Impacts was Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knows about business from square one. Her mentor, a woman who knows. Hold on. A woman who was both Mr. Karida's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Yes, absolutely. First of all, is she in the thing? Not yet. Okay, so he'll probably talk about it and she'll be added. She was the victim's manager and also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, but... Whack! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma! You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait! Please wait, sir! If I don't get this month's pay, I'll... Quiet! If it weren't for traitors like you, I wouldn't have won. Is that what you want to say? Who's that? Who? That voice. Edgeworth! Ugh! The goat is back! The goat is back! Edgeworth! It's been a long time, right? This person, this is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, man, Franziska. You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma? Talking about the Von Karma family creed to be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. Look at that face! That's my goat! You gave me a hard time in the last game, but that's my goat. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Ever. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. Bro, we need to talk, bro! Where have you been? Proof of Von Karma blood. What the fuck? Anyways. I thought you, the prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, have gone and died. That's what I was thinking. I was like, how did the last game end? Like, I'm literally looking at footage from the last playthrough I did of this game. Almost, what, 2 years ago now? And I thought, bro died. I was like, what's going on? Mr. Nick? I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power of finding the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with the information. Just what is what is going on inside his head. What can you do, bro? Like, do you know something that I don't? Like, a lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. All those lessons, the, all those losses, are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting Charles was so selfish. It'd be better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Damn, Phoenix? Bro, hold on. Make sure everything's still recording. Bro, what you got going on with Edgeworth, dude? Like, are you hungover because he was Von Karma's mentor? Bro, who's your mentor, Phoenix? Like, we don't know nothing about you, but actually, I take that back. Your mentor died in the first game. Yeah, I can't say that, bro. Mia was kind of bad. R.I.P. But still, what you said was fucked up. I can't even lie about that. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she's almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But, the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say. To those who think only for their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. Damn. Uh-oh, oh shit. It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn. Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. What are you talking about? Maybe I have to retract what I said about you being my goat earlier, cause you moving kind of crazy. Okay. Had disappeared suddenly a year ago. Celeste Impacts, deceased, was killed herself 2 years ago. Okay. Okay, you said you had some evidence to talk to us about, bro. What do you got? Do you know anything about her? This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she suddenly called away by a different she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impacts died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? I knew they were going to say something about a suicide note. Anyways, Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note. But how do you know Miss Impacts had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? Oh shit. Oh, she hung herself. Ooh, damn, this game getting kind of dark. Anyways, it was he was the one who found her body. which makes them the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Karaita hid his manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report, part 1 anyway. Part 1? Suicide report. Deceased. Celeste impacts found by Juan Karaita. Was her suicide note hidden? Alright, will it let me read it? No, it won't let me read it. Okay. Okay, so... Let me move over to the detention center, see if... Nope. Alright. Let me go back to criminal affairs. What happens if I present him with this again? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has two. 2 parts. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews. She tried to kill herself too? Miss Andrews, what did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman. Oh, you think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she always tries to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. What does that mean? That's what she really likes. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about an exact opposite of what that woman is. Are we gonna talk about that? Cause, oh, here you go. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews attempted at suicide. Was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And that's what. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Golly, this game is getting dark, like I said earlier. Damn. Lost her will? But why would she... Oh! Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Select's Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Oh, damn. You know what? That's kind of a solid motivation. I'm not gonna lie. But golly. Why would that... Is that what... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. That's tough. That's not tough and like disrespectfully, but that's kind of sad. And that's the nature of her dependency on others. When Celeste Impacts suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch black. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then that means her super confident attitude, it's all a facade. Is that really how you spell facade? Jesus. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Attempted suicide report. Attempter Adrian Andrews. Reason: shock from Celeste Impacts of suicide. Jesus. Okay, let's move. Let's boogie. A couple places I can go right now. I don't think the detention center is one of them. Yeah, no. Alright. Let's go to the hotel lobby. Go to, what's her name? Go to Adrian and see what's up. In Garde's room. She's gone. Okay. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma. Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you? Th that's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that, Mr. Detective with the little beard. Ooh. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. Okay, I'm not... I don't want to hear that. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver? I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews! Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. Oh, wow, you're quiet now? In short, what were those two talking about? Miss Andrews seems a little dazed, doesn't she? And short-worded at that. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Corrado was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Okay. How many is it? Jesus, okay. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psyche lock, Mr. Nick? Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Okay, let's see what the first statement says. Present this. I hope they like break apart like they did with old bag. Alright, what's your motive? Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Hmm? Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Ngarde's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answer? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. The note. Hold on, let me... Y'all were seen together. Present this. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corrida? As if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Corrida for this person's sake? I think I know where the... Oh, wow, I'm about to lose a lot of health for that. For your manager's sake. Celeste Impacts, your mentor? How do you know about Celeste? All that for one? Man, Miss Impact, she committed suicide, didn't she? Yep. But oh, she's beginning to sweat now. But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find more about her suicide. You, you have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckracker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Is there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you. I don't believe. Okay. I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Hold on. Was the note hidden? I don't believe you were completely at ease, with. Because she tried to commit her suicide herself, right? Nope. Get a hold of yourself. Huh? If you want advice on... Ah, shit. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, something came up on my monitor. Which translates to go get... There is no... It will be... For nothing. The way her suicide was resolved. Is it the fact that that the note was hidden? Okay, it had to be one of those two. Miss Impact's note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita, Juan, and Miss Andrews. I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita. Okay. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting rambling long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you. There we go. Okay. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Yep. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. That's... You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? And which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop. When Celeste passed away so suddenly, like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? Okay. If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? Where's he going with this? Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? That's a crazy plot. That's a crazy twist. This is insane. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I pushed against all that all that thought. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, this one thing. It's the one thing I've wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct? Damn, this is crazy. Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, but as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. All right. I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking about it first. Thank you for your discretion. Or discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? Is it like a fidget toy? What is it? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What is it? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Honestly, don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ngarde in your capable hands. Okay. Let's go. Oh, okay. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls, she looks worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and has been walking around all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. Yeah, let's go back. Move, bro. Wright and Co. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impax's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one who discovered the victim's body. Clever. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Hello, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Attorney. Oh, it's the killer. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew. Which is why, I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her! Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis! Ask my sis! Maya! Maya! Damn it, he cut me off! Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're the hopeless one. Sorry. Ah! Oh, yeah, duh. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. Like, with Maya kidnapped and Pearl being with us, I had a feeling like Mia was gonna come into play at some point, but yeah. Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come. Ask me anything you want to hear. Alright. This video is gonna be very long, but we're gonna see this. Maya's situation. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. Alright, the kidnapper. I need to know about the kidnapper. The kidnapper! What's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was dragged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Okay. Let's pay attention, y'all. This is gonna be important. Jeez. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. This looks like the back end of like a restaurant, bro. Like, you know how they have like storage and all that? Look at all these wine bottles and this trash on the side. I have to stay positive. He promised me he wouldn't go to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Oh, I'm playing as Maya now. Okay. Oh wait, I can't move. If I don't do something to the door first, I'm going to think I'll be moving anywhere. Wait, what'd that say? If I don't do something to the door first, I don't think I'll be moving anywhere. Okay. There's a note down here. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. It looks like the one that, Adrian had. Kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Alright, let me look at this here. What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. Is there anything up here? Okay, there's a door and this here. There's all sorts of things piled up here. But it's too dark to see. Alright. Door. Drat, it's locked. but this door lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always used a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click. They magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Ah, that's it! This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. Okay, she escaped. Nice, okay. Good. Great. Are we going to trial now or what? Or is it something else? Alright. Yes, sir. Okay, we're going to the trial. We're going to trial next. That's good. Maya escaped the killer or whoever that is. It was kind of cool to play as Maya, but now we got bigger fish to fry. Who's gonna be first on the stand? Probably what's her name? Aunt Adrian. Cause her whole thing with the suicide note is kind of important, and the impact about her mentor and whatnot was kind of important. But that's all for next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see and want more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Next episode we're gonna go to trial, probably with Adrian, and hopefully I'll go through this trial pretty quickly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Right, got it,